Hey, what's good? I just got a simple question because we know I don't come on here like this. I just got a question. This for everybody that's on my timeline with Converse and Pearls. That's what it is, Converse and Pearls. What are we celebrating? I just want to know, what are we celebrating? The reason why I asked that is because I know one thing about my people. I know one thing about my people, that it don't matter if you done anything to help the community. It don't matter if you try to destroy the community. As long as you're on TV, you got a little clout, they gonna love your dirty draws. You ain't even gotta be rich. You just gotta be on TV and have a little clout. My people gonna love your dirty draws. Shout out to Stevie J. I know, right? Now, another thing I know about my people. Y'all can tell me, and this a question for. Let me run it back. This is a question for all you people on here, Converse and Pearls, and with pictures of the inauguration. I was just thinking real quick. Question: have you even done a simple Google search of Kamala Harris's record as prosecutor in California? Now, that's a simple but important question. The reason why it's simple because Google. How hard is it to do a Google search? And using the words Kamala Harris's record as a prosecutor? How hard is that? Not hard at all. Because I know we can do it. Because we know what Beyonce and Jay-Z got going on. We know I'll name her kids. We know about Kanye and Kim K. We know about Love and Basketball Wives. We know about Love and Hip Hop. We know about the midgets. We know about Patrick Mahomes. We know about what his contract is. We know about Lamar Jackson. We know about Tom Brady now. We know about Michael Jordan, Larry Bird. We know about LeBron James. We know about all of them. We know about all of them. All the celebrities. We know about all of them. But how many of y'all can tell me what Kamala Harris's record is as a prosecutor in California? And that's the sad shit about it. Because I know a lot of y'all don't even know. A lot of y'all don't even care. But y'all up and down my timeline with Converse and Pearls celebrate. And you don't even know what you celebrate. And that's the sad thing about it. A lot of y'all old as me. Around the same age, even younger. And I'm 40. And you haven't even done a simple Google search of Kamala Harris. And I know if you ain't Google Kamala Harris, I know for damn sure you ain't Google Joe Biden. Let me stop. To all my elders, I apologize because I might let a few of them go. I'm trying to be calm and cool. As calm and cool as I can. But I just want to know. I just want to know. How many of y'all have ever done a simple Google search of Kamala Harris's record as prosecutor? You haven't. So that means if you don't know what her record is as a prosecutor, and you don't know what Joe Biden's record is ever since he's been in office as a congressman or in government or his policies, you don't know what that is. So I know you can't be celebrating their past. So are you celebrating their future? What's in the future? Did they say they're going to do anything specifically to help black people? I can recall on several occasions where that question has been brought up specifically, and they weren't even speaking on reparations. You know what Kamala Harris did? She laughed and said, no, she's not doing anything that's going to specifically benefit black people. But I know some people, they're like, well, why does she have to do something that specifically benefit black people? Because there are laws in this country that specifically benefit everybody else. And if you don't know that there are laws that specifically benefit everybody else, you part of the problem. You part of the fucking problem. Out here looking like an adult, but got the mind of an 8-year-old. Not even damn preteen. So if you're not celebrating their past or the present, which they say they're not going to do anything for black people, I celebrate what they're gonna do in the future. What Joe Biden said he's gonna do in his first 100 days that specifically benefit black people. Now I had some people on here trying to argue me down, talking about, well, he said he's gonna do student loans. And I was like, hold on, student loans? You know how many black people go to college anyway? Do you know how many black people go to college? Do you know what percentage of black people make up the students in college? I think it's around about 15. It's 10 to 15%. That's it. So 10 to 15% of the students that go to college, not of black people, of the students that go to college are black. So 10 to 15% of those students are black. That's probably 9% of black people. I think that's wrong. I think I did a paper on it. I think that's 9% of black people attend college. So other than 9%, everybody's not going to have student loans. So let's just say 9% of them have student loans. So you're telling me that since that benefits 9% of black people, that's good. That's why we're in the position we're in right now. That's why we're in the position we're in right now, at the bottom. Because they know they throw out some crumbs, the rat's gonna come out to eat. What the crumb is, when she came out and said she wears Converse and listen to Tupac and Cardi B. That's all she had to say. Because you can't tell me why you wearing Converse and pearls right now, besides that statement right there. You can't tell me about her policies. You can't tell me about her past. I mean, her present policies, because she has none for black people. You can't tell me about her future policies, because there will be none for black people. But black people, who Joe Biden said himself, help him get into Congress, help him win the presidency. He said it himself in the speech. And to the African American community. Interesting how we always got to be African Americans. But everybody else, I ain't heard of European American, but I digress. But the African American community, helped me win this election. And I want to thank you specifically. He said that in the speech. But when you ask him about anything he's going to do that specifically benefits black people, he has nothing. But he can tell you that you, black people, help him get in office. Even though you help him get in office, he ain't going to do shit for you. He ain't going to do shit for people. A lot of people. New DACA laws that's going to affect immigration. And when I mean immigration, we talking about those south of the border of Texas. They're going to come out with stuff for the LGBT community. That's a group of people, specifically. But nothing specific for black people. And we're good with that. And that's the sad thing about it. And let's go to this quick Google search of Kamala Harris. Let me help you out. Google a man named Kenneth Cooper. Kenneth Cooper was on death row. He was on death row. Minutes away from his execution. Not days, not months, not years, minutes away from his execution. When his execution was stopped. The reason why it was stopped was because the government had to intervene, because there was evidence out, DNA evidence, that could have acquitted Mr. Kenneth Cooper from the crimes he was committed of. That's out there. The government had to intervene and say, look at this evidence. And this same evidence that they wanted to look at was suppressed by who? Not Mike Jones, but Miss Kamala Harris. I listen to Cardi B and Tupac and wear Converse. She on purpose. She purposefully suppressed evidence. Now, this is not my opinion. This is not conjecture. You can go look this shit up. And the fact that I know that you ain't looked this shit up, because you won't be on here wearing Converse and pearls. You can look this shit up. The government had to intervene twice, not once, but twice, to get her to release this evidence, because she was suppressing evidence that had a man on death row. They could have exonerated him, a black man on death row. So this is who we're celebrating? The same Kamala Harris They prosecuted a homeless mother because a child missed a couple of days of school for truancy. You're going to prosecute a homeless mother. So the mother's worried about getting a roof over her head and food to feed her and her children. But you trying to lock her up in jail because a child missed a couple of days in school? Huh? What kind of sense does that make? Now, what kind of sense does that make? Wouldn't it make more sense to help the mother find housing for the child, for her and the child, so the child could get to school? That's outside the realm of possibilities. So it's better to lock the mother up and have the child go into the foster care system. When who knows when the child can go to school, and who knows what type of family or environment the child gonna get adopted into or sent to. Nobody knows those variables. But they were good with that, other than trying to help the mother find somewhere to stay for her and the children. This is who we celebrate. The same woman that extended prison sentences of nonviolent offenders. Nonviolent offenders. I'm not talking about the rapists. I'm not talking about the murderers. Nonviolent offenders. Credit card fraud. Snatch and grab. Drug selling. Nonviolent offenders. She extended their sentences to serve on the fire brigade in California. And you know how much they got paid on the fire brigade in California? 25 cents a day. Now, if you think about it, those are slave wages. Working 8 hours, maybe more, for 25 cents. Wow. Is it 25 cents or 25 cents an hour? It don't matter. Or let's say 25 cents an hour. That's $2. So you working on the fire brigade for $2? Now, the fire brigade in California is special. The reason why it's special because we all see they have a lot of forest fires every year. A lot of fires every year. So, with those fires been going on every year, they need manpower to fight those fires. And those prisoners with those extended sentences, those are the people that are on the front line fighting those fires. That's why every time you will hear 10 firefighters died, 4 firefighters died. And sometimes they'll never show the firefighters' faces. Now you know why they won't show the firefighters' faces. Because some of those firefighters were inmates. They were serving extended sentences just to be on the fire brigade. And Kamala Harris said it herself. Simple Google search is all you got to do. She said it herself. She needed labor for the fire brigade. Because under the Constitution, is the 13th or 14th Amendments, one on, slavery is legal. Oh, my bad. Slavery is illegal, except in jail or prison. So the only place slavery is still legal, where you can hold a man in bondage, man or woman in bondage, servitude, where they're less than a human, where they're property, chattel property, that's slavery. Where it's still legal in prison, in the same prison that house majority of black people. That's what we weren't conversing in pearls for her. And I ain't gotta get on Joe Biden. When he was congressman in Delaware, didn't want to integrate the bus system. He didn't want the buses to take some of the black kids that stayed in black neighborhoods to the schools, the better schools that were around white neighborhoods. He didn't want that. Joe Biden, he didn't want that. Why y'all talk about Donald Trump? Y'all mad Donald Trump didn't say, well, them people in Charlottesville are racist. You mad Donald Trump for that. But you're not mad at Joe Biden for stopping the integration of busing, for stopping kids that look like me and you that stayed in a certain neighborhood, stop the buses from going to that neighborhood to drop them off to the schools in other locations that were better. But you're not mad at Joe Biden for that. You're mad at Donald Trump for Proud Boys standing by and stand up. Okay. But you're not mad at Joe Biden for signing the three strikes bill for writing it. Him. If he didn't write all of it, he was a major contributor to the whole bill. Joe Biden. You're talking about defund the police. He's not defunding the police. He said he's going to give the police $300 million. He's the one that supercharged the prison industrial complex system. Him. He spearheaded that. But you're not mad at him. You're mad at Donald Trump for not trying to denounce racism. But you're not mad at the dude that supercharged one of the most racist and corrupt systems where slavery is still legal in America. You're not mad at Joe Biden, but you're mad at Donald Trump. The truth of the matter is, the reason why they didn't want Trump in office, why they couldn't have him in office anymore, was because he showed you that the system's still racist. He showed you. And he was unapologetic about it. And I wasn't mad at him. Tell me what it is. See, I appreciate the person that tells me they're an asshole. Because when they show me they're an asshole, I can't get mad. I can't be surprised. You told me, you warned me, you're an asshole. Now I could be upset with the person that says they're not an asshole, because if they act like an asshole, then it's like you being slick about it. Why don't you just be real? Why don't you be straight up? Why don't you be honest? See, Donald Trump was that honest racist. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, those sneaky racists. I'd rather have an honest person than a sneaky person around me any day. I'd rather have a thief that tells me he's a thief than somebody that's not a thief that told me I don't steal. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for all you people that celebrate, what do you celebrate? You can't be celebrating the past. I told you about the past. They locked up more black people than Donald Trump could ever lock up. They put in more bad policies against black people than Donald Trump could ever do. The only thing Donald Trump has done was call the black NFL players sons of bitches, said something bad about Colin Kaepernick, and won't denounce racism. That's it. While Joe Biden supercharged the prison industrial complex system. So now that 1 in every 3 black people, not my bad, 1 in every 3 black men going to prison. That's a statistic. In their lifetime. In our lifetime, 1 out of every 3 of us will go to prison. We'll go to jail or prison. No matter if it's parking tickets, jaywalking, whatever. Going to prison. Going to jail. It's a fact. I know a lot of y'all that look like me have been there. And some of y'all close. I've been there a couple times for some bullshit, but hey, that's neither here nor there. But you mad, so what do we celebrate? What do we celebrate? You haven't did a Google search of her past. She has no policies for the present or future to benefit you, but you celebrating because Donald Trump's out of office. That's it. But you can't tell me what Donald Trump has done that's even close to anything that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden has done. You can't. And for the simple fact, the reason why I know you can't is because you haven't done a simple Google search. And the reason why I know you ain't did a simple Google search, because you all up and down my timeline looking like a clown, talking about pearls and Converse and a beautiful inauguration. Like I said, I know it's going to ruffle some feathers. Frankly, I don't give a damn. It's too late in the day for that. It's time for us to get serious. And I ain't on Facebook to make friends. I'm on Facebook to find serious people that I can network with, that I can build with. So everybody else, I'm going to holler at you. Oh, yo, and I almost forgot. For all y'all that's on the timeline that ain't did a simple Google search, celebrate Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, this message is here for you.
Man, if you don't sit your goddamn punk ass pistol grip chin down somewhere.